You guys ever heard of Ed and Lorraine Warren?
Yes. The Conjuring.
I watched a documentary, or it was like I can't find it. It's driving me crazy, and I know it's one of the movies, one of the 30 that have been made about them. But it was the case of this kid that basically went to court, and they were trying to defend him, saying that it was the devil made me do it.
Yeah, that was Conjuring 3, I think.
Something like that, yeah. But I was watching the documentary, and they interviewed the family. They interviewed like the entire story. They went. It was like the whole 45 minutes of it. Let's say it's an hour. Is this crazy story, and this kid is fucking possessed, and he's just. It's messed up. It's just really hard to watch, and you're like, dude, this is crazy, and you're fully in. And then the last 15 minutes, and you're like,
oh, he did it.
Wait, what?
Oh, that reminds me of another thing I got to review.
This freaking mom was like basically poisoning her kids and her husband with all the cooking. She was like very controlling. She was a really like strict, and she would always eat on her own separate plate. She would always make her own dish. She never took from their food. Ever.
When do you ever be like, Mom, what's going on?
Right? But I forgot what it is, but she was feeding everybody this
like
weird, something like that. It wasn't lead, but it basically made them drowsy. It made them irritable, and they weren't getting sleep. And then all of a sudden it was like, you are so 100% like, you'll swear on the Bible, you'll testify for these people. And then the last like 15, 20 minutes, you're like, holy shit. And you just feel like such a dumbass. And then all the pictures are up where it's like the mom was, in the pool with Ed and Lorraine, and they're at their hotel partying and stuff because they were getting so much money. Damn. The more publicized they became, the more money they would make. Ed and Lorraine were only there to make money. Damn. And I was like, no. And then after watching all of this, like, just exuberant amount of proof that this family and all this, because they were like, this is why it happened. Anne was like this. Ed was like this. And they say the entire story, and it completely contrasts everything. And you're like, oh, shit. Dang. And then they're like, yeah, they found out that the mom was poisoning them all. It had nothing to do with demons.
And they knew, and they still try to say it was like demonic.
Yes, and they would tell people, like, lie. Because guess what? We just got a $50,000 check. So you're going to say this.